Rubians, welcome to a brand new video here on the Tom Mason YouTube channel. This is a brand new video in a brand new style that I want to try out. Sorry if I keep looking down, I'm just making sure my audio recorder does not die on me because I know it needs new batteries. So today we're doing something that I've always wanted to learn how to do. Something that I've never thought I could do, but we're here to experiment, and it's something that's quite popular still in the world of soaps, which is omnibuses. And what I mean by that is that an omnibus for The Archers, for example, is a couple of episodes merged together to make one long episode, so that if you're not able to listen to The Archers in the week, you can listen to Archers at the weekend and get the Omnibus edition. So, I made two videos earlier this week on Thursday and Friday, talking about part 1 and part 2, about how I thought that Ruby Sunday might return to the world of Doctor Who for Series 15. Well, the first video wasn't supposed to be a short, it was, but the camera was going to die, so I had to make it relatively short. And the second video was really good, and I feel like attempting and hopefully trying to make an omnibus would work. And to make it more unique, I thought adding an intro and an outro to this video here right now would help me to explain what is going on and why we have a very similar thumbnail and we had one day off from this. So this is an experiment to see if I can edit an omnibus. It might be a little bit jarring in times, I do apologise on that front, but I am doing the best. I'm trying to make it, I'm learning, so all this is new to me and I'm just trying to learn. So, without further ado, here is How Will Ruby Sunday Return Omnibus Edition. I'll be back at the very end of the video. Bye-bye. Brand new set. It's brand new set because we wanted to make sure that we're always in 100% focus. Today we're talking about whether or not how Ruby Sunday will return. I think it'll be a premise of there'll be a villain in the very first episode of series 15. I think a villain will come down. So there'll be an alien invasion of Earth, and the TARDIS crash lands back on Ruby's street. We see Mrs. Flood, I think. Mrs. Flood will give us more clues of who she is, which might get solved at the end of this series. And I think Ruby will then appear, now that she works in a shop, we'll see her living her life, and I think she will see the Doctor, bump into the Doctor, like what happened with Donna. Could be a Donna situation, I think. I think it was similar to how Donna rejoined the world of Doctor Who. I think that's what's gonna happen. That's my opinion anyway, but I think that's how it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be a Donna Noble situation, where Donna is gonna be trying to solve this investigation as well as the Doctor, and then bumps into the Doctor. But I also think we're gonna see the new companion in the same episode, or we might see the new companion first, then see then see Ruby Sunday later in the series. So we might see Ruby might come back in episode 3. I don't know. I'm assuming that it might be the first episode, but worst case scenario, it could be episode 3. And personally, I don't have an issue with that. I know some people might, but I myself don't have an issue with when she comes back, because all I know and all we know is that there's a new companion that I think we need to focus on for an episode or two of how they joined the TARDIS, and then we need to focus on how Ruby joined the TARDIS back again, and then to cap it all off, we need to see their chemistry for a few episodes before the series is over. So hopefully she'll join in the first half of the series rather than the back half of the series, but only, and I'll tell you this once more, only time will actually tell how that comes about. Because right now, I don't know how that would come about. I try to think about it, so in this video I tried to work it out. When you try and work it out, you don't always get the right answer, so I think that she could be working in a shop and the first alien of the episode could try to attack her, and then she runs into the Doctor. A lot of things could happen, and then nothing could happen all at the same time, and you don't know, no one knows, and you don't know how that would happen. So overall, because I said this was a short video, so I do apologise for it being really short, but I did say it was going to be short. So overall, I think that Ruby Sunday could appear in either episode 1 or episode 3 of series 15, and I think that she'll be trying to do a normal way. She's trying to investigate what is happening at the moment, or she's just living out a life of bumps into the Doctor. But either way, both would be a nice option. So sorry this video is quite short. Again, guys, the camera's gonna die. That's why the video's short. If the camera wasn't gonna die, the video would be a lot longer, and I would give a whole synopsis of what I think the episode would look like. The camera's not dying today, so we have a lot more time to talk about my official opinion. Yesterday, part 1 was my initial opinion, and today, in part 2, is my official opinion. We've also adjusted the setup ever so slightly to make sure that it's safe. What I mean by that is that some of the cameras and lights were a little bit too close, so I was going to trip over them, and we don't want that, do we? No. So I also want to mention that tomorrow is a very special video on this channel, because we're celebrating 10 years on YouTube tomorrow, which is Saturday the 18th of January 2025, and on Monday the 20th of January 2025 we're going to be celebrating 10 years since my first video ever uploaded onto YouTube. And so for this week only, there'll be videos Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Bearing in mind the Monday video would be a celebration, so it would be different to the video I filmed uploading on Sunday, but similar to the video I uploaded on Saturday. So today we're talking about my opinion. So I think that the way that Ruby will return is as follows. So I think what will happen is Ruby will be out in the town and mind her own business, doing some shopping, bump into the new companion. Then the adventure could begin from there, because then an alien could have been chasing her this entire time, and she could be like, well, I know what's going on here, and then we're running, and then they bump into the Doctor and get in the TARDIS and travel off, and that could be it. That could be how Ruby returns, how the new companion gets started, and how the episode begins. Because all of that, the moment they travel off, the title sequence begins, and then it's introducing the new companion to the world of Doctor Who, introducing the new companion to the mechanics of Doctor Who, and the Doctor says, oh, Ruby, oh yeah, Ruby, woo, yes, well done, Ruby, Ruby's back, Ruby's back, la la la, hey, la la la, hey, Ruby's back, yeah, Ruby's back, yeah, and that's what could happen. So, and I do think that the elements of that could be in more detail than I said, but I think that could be the gist of the elements. When I say that, I just mean that it's just a rough opinion, because you can't second guess what a writer is going to be writing about unless you get to the mind of the writer, the mind of the Hodiak, which is a big Finnish audio with Hebe Harris in it, who I think should turn up in Doctor Who on TV. Personally, I think that could work. Multiverse, anyone? Please, thank you, please. Yes. And I think that it would work, because you introduce Ruby again, but I think, what I think, and what I know, and what I want to say is that every series of Doctor Who, there is someone watching that episode, that first episode, that's never seen Doctor Who before in their life, or are only just getting back into it. So, the key important element you have to try and work out balance of is continue where you left off in the last time Doctor Who was on screen. You've got to entertain the fans of what they already know, but then you also have to introduce a new character as well as a brand new audience, because each series might have one extra audience member that's never seen it before, or might have family members that watch it because someone else is watching it and they've never seen it before. So it needs to be enjoyable to old fans, current fans, and new fans alike. Whether or not that's in the UK or beyond, that is up to them wherever they watch Doctor Who. So you have to properly take into consideration all the excess bits, such as new audiences. Because how are you going to introduce a new companion? How is that going to work? But then how are you going to make Ruby's Sunday return in a way that feels organic rather than generic and written in? Ruby appearing for like, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds in the Christmas special does a good job to say that we still care about Ruby, but doesn't do a good enough a job to explain why Ruby decided now's the time to leave her family again, because now she's got to know them. So I'm not too sure on that front of how it's going to work HEI. I don't know how that's going to work, but you have to think of the logistics, really. I think, personally, to check the logistics is going to be the top priority. Because how else are you going to... Ruby can't just appear in the TARDIS. I mean, it might help it finish when they come to write some missing stories that need to fill gaps for certain elements within the industry to get with era. Yes, but from a fan's angle, I would love an explanation for why Ruby returned. I would love an explanation why Ruby's sticking with the Doctor, and I would love to know who the new companion is and if Ruby will get on with the new companion, because that's going to be the tricky bit. Because the Doctor and Ruby, Shooty and Millie Gibson work really well together, and I think it should have stayed like that. But adding a new companion isn't as bad as adding two new companions, because that just feels crowded at that point. But it's good that we then learn more about that, and I think that this series, even though the conversation around Ruby's origins is still going to be like silently within the series, I think that the new companion should be the main focus of this series, as well as Mrs. Flood, because as we know from the Christmas special, Anita, who was behind the desk at the hotel, I've read somewhere, and I can't say where due to fact I don't remember, that I've read that she might be returning in the series finale, or final, up to you how you pronounce that word. But overall, I think that would be a twist of all twists. And so, there you have it. That is Tom Mason's and TGM Productions' first ever omnibus. It won't be the last, but it will be the first. Most omnibus editions from now on, other than this video, which is an experiment for the Tom Mason YouTube channel, will go on Tom Jar Vu. This is the only video in the collection of omnibuses that will feature on the actual channel that the video that originally come from. I just want to experiment on it here, because I want to talk about something interesting at the end of the video. So, because I forgot to mention it at the beginning, but I think it works better at the end. So, in the world of Doctor Who, omnibuses are a questionable subject. So, the in-colour omnibuses are alright because they're experimenting with colorisations of Doctor Who stories. They're experimenting with the world of Doctor Who in colour, where the footage wasn't in colour before, and they're also adding in new effects and they're doing new things to it, so that is fine, because that's still a new entry into the world. But the omnibuses that you get given on the collection box set and in the middle of Tales from the TARDIS are always questionable, because they're there so that if you're on a lunch break and you haven't got 4 hours to watch 4 different parts, you only have like an hour, and an omnibus edition in an hour, then perfect. It's on the Blu-rays, it's on the in the gaps for the Tales from the TARDIS on the BBC iPlayer. So omnibuses are available in the world of Doctor Who, and I think that omnibuses work. I personally think an omnibus would work, but I don't like watching omnibuses in the world of Doctor Who due to the fact that I prefer the original version of the story. The in colour ones are different because it's in colour and they've edited it and they've added no effects. I love them. The Tales from TARDIS middles, apart from Pyramid of Mars, I think I can't remember, that is the story. I think that's the only omnibus I've actually watched in the middle of the Tales from the TARDIS, because I watched that episode Tales from the TARDIS live. It's not the first and only live Tales of the TARDIS that ever aired on BBC 4. The others were just iPlayer exclusives for Doctor Who Day. So overall, I think omnibuses work for the Archers, for EastEnders, for Coronation Street, for A Mill Farm, for Hollyoaks, and I think omnibuses do work for the time constraint, and some stories benefit from an omnibus in the world of Doctor Who. But overall, I don't really watch or listen to omnibuses. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Tomato out. Bye.
Don't forget to subscribe to the official Tom Mason YouTube channel.